safety bit of information. The ABC Quick Check for Safety was developed by the League of American Bicyclists, and I think it's really helpful. I just learned it last year when I was training to be a cycling instructor. The thing is, you don't, even though I'm going to say a lot of words here, there's not much you have to remember. It's all in the title, the ABC Quick Check. So A is for air. You just want to press on each tire to make sure it's not flat or soft. B is for brakes. Apply each brake lever separately to make sure it works. So you can tell if it's working by trying to move the bike forward a little bit as you do that. The forward movement should be resisted if the brake lever is working properly. C is for the chain and the cranks. You want to grab the pedal near you and rotate the cranks to make sure the chain runs smoothly. You'll be able to hear it running smoothly, and you should also do a little visual inspection there. Next slide. The quick is for quick release. Many bikes sold these days have quick release levers that are used to hold the wheels onto the frame of the bike. They're very handy, but it also means the wheels can come off relatively easily if the levers are too loose. So you want to make sure they're tight and pressed flush against the wheel so they don't catch on anything. Some bikes also have a quick release lever on the seat post. So you want to make sure that's tight too. You don't want to suddenly have your seat drop while you're riding. You might fall. And the last bit, check, is for check it over just the first 20, 30 yards of your ride. Ride slowly, making sure the brakes work, making sure you can shift gears, and making sure you don't hear any strange noises. By strange noises, I usually mean rubbing noises. This happens to me once in a while. I get off the bike and I look and I see that perhaps my bag isn't mounted properly and it's rubbing against the wheel or something, and you don't want that to happen. And so just don't take off full speed. Just start slowly, make sure everything is in good working order. I really think this is good advice. Next slide. Traffic laws in Minnesota that pertain to bicyclists. This is not an all-inclusive list, but it has most of the important ones, I think. First and foremost, bicycles are treated as vehicles on the roadway and must obey all traffic laws, including stopping behind or across from a stopped school bus. Second, bicyclists must ride within a single lane on a roadway, and it is illegal to ride between lanes. I'm sure you've seen it at times that a cyclist will try to wiggle in between two lanes of traffic that are stopped, two lanes going the same way, and the cyclist is trying to make it to the front in between. That's illegal in Minnesota. That's also very unsafe. So don't be doing that. Bicyclists are permitted to ride two abreast within a lane on the road, and this is often safer than riding one behind the other because you're more visible when you're two abreast. You can also ride two abreast on the multi-use trails if they're wide enough. A motor vehicle is required to provide a minimum 3-foot passing distance if they're going around you. I would hope that they would provide more than that, but 3 feet is the minimum. Next slide. This is a big one. Bicyclists must ride with the direction of traffic unless they are riding in a counterflow bike lane. And there are no counterflow bike lanes in Rochester. A lot of cyclists think that they're safer riding against the flow of traffic because they can see the traffic, but honestly, the motorists are not expecting you to be there. It's against the law in Minnesota, and it's very unsafe. It is a cause for some motorist cyclist crashes. Next one, bicyclists should ride as far to the right as is safe for the bicyclist. You should feel empowered to make this decision about where you are safe on the roadway. Riding in the shoulder is not always the safe place. There can be debris in the shoulder, there can be snow at times, in the shoulder, you get to pick where you feel safe. And the next one is that bicyclists are not required to ride in a bike lane, even if there is one. Again, the bike lane can have stuff in it, debris, snow, glass, and there might be other reasons why you don't want to be there. If you are going to be turning left at the next intersection, you don't want to be in a bike lane that's over on the right side of the road. So you're going to have to get out into the roadway in order to do that. Motorists don't always understand this, so you have to make your lane changes carefully.